Okay, this is the trade review for 7 November, the last trading day of the week. So let's start with our first trade, Nvidia. I entered puts at 9:30, 13 seconds, and exited at 9:30, 40 seconds. So that was a quick scalp and profited $20. So basically the first minute of the day, I just took the cross of this pre-market low over here. Yeah, just a quick cross, and I exited when I got like 10+%. So that was a quick and easy scalp. Next, SPY, I entered puts 9:31 at 217. So 9:31 I entered at the break of pre-market low again. Yeah, I probably took cross of price because I like for pre-market structures we see there's a cluster of support over here, and the SPY also is quite defined line, I would say. So if we could hold under there, I think we'll have a big flush down. And actually, ever since we closed below on the first candle on the SPY, we didn't cross above the pre-market level. So we back tested it twice, and we are still in this downtrend. So this is actually the trend of the day started at 10:15, but in the first 10 minutes we already had that quick move, that's all traders need for the day. So I entered at 9:31 and entered also at 9:35. So I entered one here and entered another one here. Yeah, I probably scaled in because for now I wanted to take one early at 10 to 20% and leave one runner. Oh, okay, so these are different strike prices. That's why there are different options. Yeah, so I entered one 666 strike and one 665. For the 666 strike, I exited 5 minutes later for around 20 something to $30 profit. And for the 665 strike, I exited 2 minutes later for around a $50 profit. So yeah, total was $76 profit. Yeah, because we had this the first 10 minutes already gave us a cross of our pre-market low, and it hit our next trend line. So a very quick move. So next is Google. I entered puts for $197 and exited for $26 profit. So 940. Yeah, it was like a 20 seconds trade. 940. Yeah, so again Google, we see these two bounces off the pre-market low, and the 935 candle closed below the pre-market low. So I entered on the next candle at 940. We had a quick flush. I took a break of wick and it hit the target, so I just took a quick quick gain over there. So on the SPY, again I entered puts at 10:06. So and I exited at 10:07. One I took it quick for around like $30-$40, and the other one I exited for break even. So 10:06 and 10:07. Okay, let's zoom in here. I probably took the cross of price over here. Yeah, I took the cross of price over here. The previous candle rejected off VWAP. We got a little sort of like is it morning star? Not sure, forgot what is it called, morning or evening star. But basically, it's a expansion candle. We have a compression small candle at VWAP and then a flush down. So expecting a follow through. Yeah, so I just took the cross of price and took a quick $30+ profit. I think that was like 20+%. Then I set the other one at break even in case I wanted to leave a runner in case it just continues on. Yep, and I think a lot of the times that I traded within these 2 weeks, we always are trying to catch the trending move down, but we just don't know when it occurs. So same over here. I traded this like small move, and it's worth it for me to take it fast because it actually just like rebounded straight away, and the trending move came later on. So I just got to trade whatever I'm given at a point of time. If the trend is not here, then it's not here at this time. So the other one got stopped out at break even, and that's okay. Okay, so I entered SPY puts again at 10:42 and break even at 10:47. So 10:42. Okay, so the previous candle closed below our trend line, Next, we have a follow through candle which also closed below the opening range, but I probably just took break of a week. And yeah, I exited at 10:47 for break even. I think I saw some profits, but I decided to let it run because uh, today looks like a bearish day, bearish setup, especially since we back tested VWAP and pre-market low. We actually failed VWAP once over here, twice, and three times. So I think it will be a bearish day. Just that we don't know how price action will turn out. Yeah, but it turned out to be a trending day lah. Yeah. So anyway, I left a runner, but I got wicked out for break even. So 10:48, I re-entered because I'm still expecting a trending day. But for this next one, I entered 10 November, so I had more time on the options. Yeah. So 10:48. So I entered pretty late also because I entered somewhere here, and if we were to close, yeah, above pre-market high, I mean opening range or our trend line, that's a bit wide. And also I don't know, it's already like 10:45, so it's safer to take uh not non-zero DTE options. Yeah, but I entered pretty late, got a bad fill, 2.96, and I suffered some drawdown. Let me see if I can still see the options. Yeah, maybe it was like 10 $20 drawdown, but on a 296 options, and it eventually gave a trending move down, but it was quite choppy. Yeah, in a sense that it was very slow. So 11:07, I just decided to exit for break even. Yeah, just a small little profit. Yeah, so with this move over here, I was almost break even. Yeah, but it did eventually hit my target, and I was looking at the options. I think maybe I could have squeezed around $30, but I don't think it's worth it because this chop is still quite slow. Compared to this first 10-minute move, this is really what traders need and to be done for the day. Yeah. So just some perspective on the SPY play, 9:31 to 9:37, just this 10-minute move alone, I made $76 on two options. Yeah. And basically that's enough already. Compared to the later move, maybe if I got a better entry, then there will be more reason for me to hold. But if my entry was somewhere here, quite a bad entry, then I think even though I had conviction that it will play out, I was just too lazy to hold, and it's not efficient as well. Yeah, because the options are not moving that much. Yeah, we like to see this kind of price action when the option just pumps. So today was a quick and efficient day for $176 profit.